It's time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Monday evening, June the 8th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here. 5 o'clock news and I'm doing this Monday evening here. And our top story at 5 o'clock here is the prison worker at the center of the probe wins the domestic and dramatic escape of two inmates of an upstate New York penitentiary have been identified as Joyce Mitchell, an official briefed an investigation is confirmed. Kaylee Browder was sent to Rikers Island when he was 16 years old, accused of stealing a backpack. Though he never stood trial, was found guilty of any crime. He spent 3 years at the New York City jail complex, nearly 2 of them solitary confinement, commit suicide. While Kurds celebrated the success of the People's Democratic Party, elected to parliament for the first time, President Erdogan suffered a blow to his drive for more power. President Obama took heat Monday for admitting he doesn't yet have a complete strategy in hand for training Iraqis to fight the Islamic State months into the coordinated campaign to defeat the deadly terrorist network. In Quinn, Germany leaders of the world's major industrial democracies have resolved on Monday to wean their energy-hungry economies off carbon fuels, making a major step in the battle against global warming that raised the Chancellor in the UN. A tech community has spoken about a video which went viral and showed a police officer pushing a 14-year-old girl to the ground at a pool party and pointing his gun at other black teens. In London, UK Prime Minister David Cameron said Monday that he expected ministers to support him as he embarks on his negotiation with the European Union and mounting pressure from lawmakers within his Conservative Party to take a tougher line. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled on Monday that U.S. presidents, not Congress, have the exclusive power to recognize foreign nations overturn a law that would have permitted Americans born in the disputed city of Jerusalem to list Israel as their birthplace. In Washington, President Obama on Monday defended his administration's decision not to present Plan B in case the Supreme Court rules that the federal tax credits are not available to help millions of Americans afford health insurance. Former House Speaker Dennis Hastert has hired a white-collar crime defense attorney to defend him against federal charges he had tried to hide hush money payments and lied to the FBI about it. Washington, Jeb Bush has tapped the Republican communications operator to run his campaign as a part of a shakeup that has left the presumptive operations chief to run early primary election strategy instead. Usama Rahim hits the ground in the parking lot just as the yellow school bus passes right the foreground in the surveillance bill as it shows officers kill Boston terrorist suspect. In Frankfurt, London, John Cran faces a big brief as a honeymoon as chief executive of Deutsche Bank. Investors believe that Britain is better equipped than its predecessor to provide the fortunes of Germany's largest bank. All employees, including part-time workers at Chipotle, Mexican Grill, and Cobra, are set to get a boost in benefits starting July 1st, include paid vacation time, sick pay, and tuition reimbursements. The company has announced. Sears Holdings shares are down on yet another disappointing loss on Monday, but the big problem is really the company's dwindling cash. In Seoul, Hong Kong upgraded the Sears on Monday as its response to an outbreak of Middle East respiratory syndrome in South Korea, where the number of cases jumped and fears grew about the economic impact of the disease. And now let us talk about a report here at 5:03. The Dow Jones closed 17,766.55, down 82.91. SP 527 down 28, down 13.55. And Nasdaq 5,021.63, down 46.83. Asia markets Nikkei 24,557.19, down 3.71. Shanghai 5131.88, up 108.78. And HSI 27,316.28, up 56.12. Oil markets here 58.29, down 84 cents. Brent 62.79, down 52 cents. And natural gas 2.709, up 119 thousand points. European markets here. DAX 11,064.92, down 132.23. FTSE 6790.04, down 14.56. And CAC 44,857.66, down 63.08. Gold markets here 1173.10, up 5. Silver 50.94, down 25,000 points. And copper 2.701, up 85,000 points. And bonds, US 10 unit 2.3842, up down 16,000 points. German 10 unit 0.887%, down 3,000 points, and Germany's 10 unit 0.485%, down 7,000 points. And EFX bonds here, European US dollar 1.129, down 1,000 point, and US dollar Japanese yen 124.5, up 300 point, and Great Britain pound US dollar 1.5346, down 2,000 point. Alright, let's take a look at commodities here. Wheat 527 3/4, up 10 3/4. Soybean 945, up 7 1/4. Corn 365 1/4, up 4 3/4. Sugar 12.12, up 7 cents. Coffee 136.15, up $1.05. Cotton 64.91, up 9 cents, and brass 9.94, up 135,000 point, and cocoa 3,112, down 4. Livestock futures live cattle 131.45, up 875,000 point. Lean ox A1.475, down 20 cents, and FT cattle 222.875, up 975,000 point. Oh wait, let's take a look at New England Insular here, Brockton, Massachusetts. Shooting IAO at Montel Grove. Unknown how many victims. At least one victim dropped out of the hospital. Suspect is still outstanding. Perimeter being set up. Search underway by Brockton Police Department and Massachusetts State Police. And in Springfield, Massachusetts, pedestrian versus car. 7 block of Liberty Street. Car struck. Adult female. Injuries reported. And now look at the sports here at 5:06 p.m. here. Red Sox have the night off. Tomorrow they'll be in Baltimore tomorrow against the Baltimore Orioles here. The New England Patriots released Brandon Sparks on Monday morning as the Massachusetts State Police investigated an accident involving a vehicle registered to the linebacker. In Chicago, the Houston Astros were stunned all baseball with the best record in the American League. Have never done things in a conventional way in a massive rebuilding process. And a fan who has suffered life-threatening injuries after she was struck in the head with a broken baseball bat at a game at Fenway Park has last week is improving in the hospital, her family said. Peter Channel News Times 5:07. Time now for a travel report here. Take a look at traffic here. 146 on the southbound side, sold before 95 in Providence here. 95 on the southbound side, sold from Pawtucket all the way out to downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side, it is sold from Route 10 in Cranston to now for downtown Providence. 95 on the southbound side, sold from Route 10 in Cranston all the way out to Route 37 in Warwick. Route 24 on the southbound side, a little sold from 495 in Raymond to before Route 44 in Raynham here. 146 on the northbound side, sold after Route 99 in Lincoln, Rhode Island there. We got an accident on Route 99 on the northbound side in Woonsocket before Route 122, so expect some delays around that area here. 95 on the southbound side is sold from Route 120 in Canton all the way out to Route 1 in Sharon here. 24 on the southbound side, it is sold from Route 120 Randolph all the way out to before Route 27 in Brockton here. And the Braintree split on Route 3, sold from the split all the way out to Union Street in Braintree here. 120 on the southbound side, sold from Route 37 in Braintree split. 120 on the northbound side, sold from Braintree split to Route 24 in Randolph here. 120 on the northbound side is sold from 138 to Route 1, Route 95 in Canton here. 128 on the southbound side, it is sold from Lexington all the way out to Route 24 in Randolph here. Mass Pike on the westbound side, it is low on both fins on the Mass Pike from Logan Airport all the way out to South Boston. Mass Pike westbound side, it is sold from Southeast Expressway all the way out to the Austin Brenton towards the Mass Pike westbound. Sold from the Austin Brenton all the way out to Newton Corner, and you hit brakes again on the Mass Pike from 120 western all the way out to Route 30 in Natick here. Southeast Expressway on the southbound side, it is sold from the Mass Pike all the way out to the Braintree split. 93 in the both fans on the tip of the hill tunnel, sold from the Pike all the way up to Zakin Bridge. 93 in the southbound side, it is sold from the Zakin Bridge here. 93 on the northbound side, it is sold from the Zakin Bridge all the way up in the Medford here. 120 on the northbound side, it is sold from Waltham all the way up in the red. And here we have an accident here on 95 on the northbound side, 128 northbound before 93 in Redden, and an accident on 120 on the northbound side after Route 129 in Redden here. So expect some delays around that area here. What run on the northbound side is sold from Revere to Route 16 in Revere here. Route 2 in the eastbound side sold from Route 16 Belmont all the way out to Fresh Pond Parkway in Cambridge here. 495 on the southbound side is sold from Route 20 in Marlborough all the way out to before Mass Pike in Westbury. Here due to an accident on Mass on 495 south before the Mass Pike in West Burr. 2 in the westbound side, so for Route 190 to Route 9 in Worcester here. Route 3 on the northbound side is sold from Route 120 in Burlington all the way up to the Chelmsford here. 93 on the northbound side is sold from Route 133 over to Route 110 in Lawrence here. 495 on the northbound side is sold from Route 114 in Andover to before 213 in Methuen here. 495 on the southbound side is sold from 20 in Andover all the way up to Route 4 in Chelmsford here. 495 on the northbound side is sold from Route 3 in Chelmsford to Route 93 in Andover here. Up in New Hampshire here. 93 in the northbound side, the little slow for Salem and Windham, New Hampshire stretches here. Route 3 Everett Turnpike in the northbound side, the little slow around 38 in Merrimack. And Route 101, we get an accident on Route 125 in New Hampshire, so expect some delays here. And the main turnpike is looking good from Kittery to Augusta via Potton there. And 93 on the southbound side, a little slow in Hooks in New Hampshire here. Okay, take a look at that MBTA subway. Alerts here. The red line, Braintree Branch experienced moderate delays due to a switch problem at Quincy Adams. And Civil Line SL4 experienced moderate delays due to traffic. And Civil Line SL5 experienced moderate delays due to traffic here. On the commuter rail here. It's looking good and the ferries are looking fine here. Peter Chill News Times 5:12 on this Monday evening noon time now for a weather report here for current conditions here in North Massachusetts at 5:12 p.m. 71 degrees, our temperature with most skies. Humidity at 63%. Wind speed south 15 gusts on 26 miles an hour here. Barometer 20.89 inches. Super about 38 degrees and visibility of 10 miles an hour here. Our current conditions around the region here. It is 76 degrees out in Boston, 75 in Bedford, 76 in Beverly, 69 in Gloucester, 77 in Fitchburg and Lawrence, 73 in Worcester, 72 in Sturbridge and Milford, 76 in Norwood, 73 in Taunton, 69 in Bedford at 73 in Plymouth, 66 in Provincetown and Chatham, 64 in Cape Cod Bay, 68 in Falmouth, 66 in Martha's 65 in Nantucket. It's 61 in Boston Harbor, 63 in Westerly, 64 in Westerly, 63 in Buckland, 70 in Smithfield. It's 72 in New York City and Islip, 66 in Montauk, 66 in the Long Island, 73 in Bridgeport, 75 in New Haven. It's 75 in Danbury, 73 out in Waterbury, 74 in Meriden, 74 in Hartford, 77 in Windsor, Connecticut, 74 in Springfield. It's 75 in Greenfield, 73 out in Athol, Massachusetts, 75 in Northampton, Massachusetts, 70 in Pittsfield, Mass, 75 in Albany, New York, 75 in Sturdivant Springs, 75 in Bennington, 73 in Brooklyn, Brattleboro, Vermont, 70 in Keene, New Hampshire, 70 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 72 in Lockhart, New Hampshire, 74 in Concord, New Hampshire, 78 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 77 in Nashville, New Hampshire, and 76 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and 65 up in Portland, Maine. Here, alright, let's take a look at current conditions around the country here. On the surface map shows a cold front from north central Texas, stretching it up in southern Illinois. For the mid-south region, merging with a stationary front through India, and merging with a cold front from northwestern Ohio up in the eastern Ontario, and the pink front up in western Quebec, and a warm front from southwestern Quebec, and then through New York State down for eastern Pennsylvania and off the Virginia coast. And here, and a front line from eastern tip of Cuba out to sea, and another front line from north central Iowa down for southern Wisconsin up in the northwestern portions of Michigan and here, and a front line down from Mexico, and a front line from north central Oregon, stretching up to eastern Washington State down for southeastern British Columbia, and a front line off the Oregon and the northern and central California coastlines here. And this is Blanca here, and we got high pressure in eastern Nevada and western Colorado, and up the Carolinas there, and we got low pressure in southern Illinois, off the eastern Wisconsin and western portion of Quebec, and off the San Francisco Bay, southeastern Washington State, and southwestern British Columbia here. 76 degrees, that temperature right on and straight. 73 out in Pittsburgh, 87 in Washington, D.C., 86 Atlanta, 84 Miami, Florida, 89 in Brownsville, Texas, 92 in Dallas, Texas, 85 in Kansas City, 82 in Chicago, 88 in Omaha, Nebraska, 79 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 85 in Great Falls, Montana, 76 in Seattle, 72 in San Francisco, 68 in Los Angeles. It's 95 in Las Vegas, 101 degrees out of Phoenix, Arizona, 80 in Salt Lake City, 77 in Denver, and 84 in Albuquerque, Mexico. Here, Alright, let's take a look at our radar situation here on this Monday, and it shows a line of rain showers and storms from north central New Hampshire, around Berlin, New Hampshire, and a line of showers and storms here, stretching from New Brunswick and northern Maine, stretching in eastern Quebec, stretching up into north central Vermont, and stretching down for eastern and southern central portions of New York State, down for Pennsylvania, down for western Virginia and western Maryland, and stretching all the way out to central Ohio and down for eastern. And it's stretching all the way up in Louisiana, and some clusters of showers and thunderstorms around the Gulf states around Georgia and western Carolinas here, and spotty showers and storms around west central portions of Illinois, stretching up into northern Illinois, around northern portions of Indiana, down for southern and southwestern portions of Michigan. Some spotty showers and storms around northeastern portions of Michigan, and clusters of showers and storms around Wisconsin and up in the northeastern Minnesota and up in the western portions of Ontario here. And some spotty rain showers around northwestern Baja California and down for southern portions of Arizona, and some spotty rain showers around east central portions of Arizona and covering much of portions of New Mexico and down for south central portions of Colorado here. And some spotty rain showers on west central portions of Utah, down for eastern portions of Nevada, and some spotty rain showers in central and southeastern portions of Idaho, down for west central portions of Wyoming here. And some spotty rain showers on western and eastern portions of Ontario, and spotty rain showers on west central portions of Manitoba, and some spotty showers and storms on central and east central portions of Alberta, down for west central portions of Saskatchewan here. And this is zeroing in. And this is a line of showers and thunderstorms from Stillwater, New York State, down for Mechanicsville, down for Schenectady, down for Duanesburg, down for southeast of House Cave, and down for East Meredith and Oneota and Sydney Center End. And it's going to make its way all the way northeast towards the Albany area and up into western Massachusetts, Berkshire County, and around southwestern Vermont. And that is why there's a tornado watch in effect for the Berkshire County, Massachusetts here. And east central New York State and the southwestern Vermont until 8 p.m. And a look at this. And a look at the satellite look here, and it shows a line of clouds stretching from eastern Canada all the way up into northern New England and down through the Appalachian states and around through northern Alabama down from Mississippi, and a line of clouds from northern and western portions of Illinois and up into northeastern Wisconsin up into UP and Michigan here, and a line of clouds from extreme portions of northeastern Minnesota up into west central portions of Ontario, and a line of patchy clouds around southwestern New Mexico down for southern Arizona down for northwestern Mexico, and a line of clouds covering much of Miami here. And take a look at the tropics here. The latest on Blanca's now a tropical depression, central location 26.7 in the north, 113.0 to the west. Max sustained winds 35 miles an hour movement, north-northwest wind 17 miles an hour here. As Blanca weakens with depression and all watches and warnings discontinued here. As at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 p.m. our time, the Central Tropical Depression Blanca was located near latitude 26.7 in the north, longitude 130.0 to the west. The depression was moving toward the north-northwest near 17 miles an hour, and this general motion with a sudden decrease in forward speed is expected over the next day or so. On the forecast track the center, a Blanca will move near or portions of the Central Baja California Peninsula today, Tuesday. Maximum sustained winds have decreased to 35 miles an hour with higher gust additional weakness forecast during the next day or so, and Blanca is expected to then generate into a remnant low by early Tuesday. That's minimum central pressure of 999 millibars or 29.5 inches here. And rainfall. Blanca is expected to produce additional rainfall accumulations of 2 to 4 inches over parts of the central and eastern Baja California Peninsula. Rainfall associated with Blanca will also begin to affect the southwest United States this afternoon and Tuesday, and surf swells generated by Blanca near the coast of the Baja California Peninsula are expected to begin to diminish later today and tonight. And take a look at forecast discussion around region here. High pressure over the ocean guides south wind to the southern New England today as a cold front over the Great Lakes moves into the east today and across the New England Lake Tuesday and Tuesday. Weak high pressure brings dry weather to Thursday. A second weak high pressure brings dry weather Wednesday. A second cold front crosses New England on Thursday and then stalls. A disturbance moving along the front brings unsettled weather on Saturday as a near term until 6 a.m. Tuesday morning. Line of convector across upstate New York is all the way weakening as it encounters a low Cape environment as evident upstream over Pennsylvania to the Mid-Atlantic. The greater amount of available sunshine has allowed for greater distillation and a more favorable environment for convective development and maintenance. Afternoon convection will sweep east-northeast with a mean wind coefficient vector flow weakening as it pushes away from the more favorable moisture and stability lived environment, while both echoes loops may race ahead with a near parallel west-southwest shear vectors to the mean when oriented perpendicular to the convective line. They will become more disconnected from better F gen forcing and mid-level ascent while activity is anticipated to persist into the 7 New England will be weakening despite some elevated marginal instability HA57. Expect this activity to get through western Massachusetts closer at 6 p.m. Vegas style showers overnight with isolated thunderstorms, fritz, maybe some gusty winds at every rate during the initial period of the Connecticut River Valley, but interstate fritz to diminish. Rather quickly with both time and distance favor. WRF NEM pattern likely pops in the industry evolving into jets towards morning. Petro dense fog potentially developing here. And take a look at some weather notes there. Dew points in the upper 50s to low 60s. Tonight's lows, we will see 58 for Portland, Maine, 63 for Concord, New Hampshire, 63 Worcester, Mass, 64 for Boston, Massachusetts, and Hartford, Connecticut, 62 Rutland, Vermont, 68 in Albany, New York, and 65 in New York City here. As we expect temperatures to be 58 to 68 degrees for tonight, and tomorrow's high is expected to be 69 to 79 degrees, and rainfall chances Tuesday 40%, Wednesday dry, Thursday 40%, and Friday dry. So a pattern goes Tuesday and Thursday rainfall chances, and Wednesday, Friday will be dry. Alright, how's this weather outlook here? Day 1 tonight, how's the weather not expected time? Day 2 for 7, Tuesday for Sunday. Tuesday, thunderstorms are forecast about towards the midday in the afternoon hours, which may bring the threat of heavy rain, gusty, perhaps even damaging winds and small hail. This threat may persist in the evening hours. Impacts mainly anticipated along and to the north and west of the I-95 corridor. Confidence that this moderate. There's also the potential for a few strong storms on Thursday afternoon. Confidence is low at this time here. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For tonight, chance of showers may after 3 a.m. Most of the gusts got low about 64 degrees. South with about 13 to 15 miles per gust size, 29 miles an hour. Here, chance of precipitation is 3%. New precipitation amounts less 7 inches possible. Tuesday, chance of showers with thunderstorms punch between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Otherwise, clouds got about 73 degrees. South with about 10 miles per gust size, 21 miles an hour. Here, chance of precipitation is 30%. New rain amounts between 10 to 14 inches. Check that amounts possible thunderstorms. So that chance of showers with thunderstorms may between before 11 p.m. Petrified between 11 p.m. and midnight. Otherwise, most clouds got low about 600 degrees. South with about 5 to 9 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 40%. New rain amounts less than 7 inches possible. 10 amounts possible thunderstorms. Wednesday, southern podcast got about 85, low about 39 degrees. Southwest wind about 68 miles per hour with winds 7 miles per hour on Wednesday. Thursday, scattered showers of thunderstorms may between 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. But mostly steady podcast skies about 84 watts, 62 degrees. Chance of precipitation 30%. For Friday, both sides got about 84 degrees. Friday night, chance of showers, both skies got about 62 degrees. Chance of precipitation 40%. Saturday, chance of showers, both skies podcast skies. How about say about 57 degrees? Chance of precipitation is 40%. Sunday, most sunny podcast skies about 73 to about 56 degrees. And for Monday, most sunny skies about 76 degrees. Here's where the phrase of the evening. A showery chance and tap tonight. Seriously, have a good evening and goodbye attitude. I'll see you at 11 o'clock for a late night report. Have a good evening with a good attitude.